All right, and all you do is continue until you have something that looks like this. Now I've used the exact same process that I talked about just a moment ago to achieve this effect. I got really close to her face and I started drawing these little circles here. Let me go ahead and just make sure this is selected. I would come in here and with the lasso, draw little selections like this, hold down Control, which is the command on the Mac, and pull the pieces apart. Okay? So it's the exact same process all the way through. It takes a little bit of time. Now I could show you how I did the whole thing, but that would probably take a couple hours, and I'm not sure if you're going to want to sit through that whole thing. So I wanted to just show you exactly how I did this. Also, when you are finished, when you get all the way to her face and you're following that guide that you created, well, when you get there, you're also going to want to make sure that you can crop this side of the face over here on this image. Now that I've completed all this, what I can do is make sure that her face is masked very close to the edge all the way around, even the eyebrows there, or the eyelashes, sorry. But that's what I did. I used the pen tool and I came through here and right along her face, and I cut that out. If you want to know more about cropping and masking, if you want to master that, then check out the masking and cropping video on this course, and I'll show you and tell you all about that. But you can see that I've cut out this side of her face so it looks nice and even, and then I made this stretched layer invisible, and this is what I have. Now we can make the background visible again, and it might look something like this. We have the original stock image in the background now. Now I'm just showing you all this now with the final product image that's called Breaking Apart. And I'm just going to walk you through from here on and show you exactly how I applied the textures and things like that. But you can see that I've turned on the stock image here so we can see it through the background. So what we must do is create sort of like this black background behind this side of her head. Because if we don't, then it's just going to look, you're going to have the pieces over her head there, and it's just not going to look right. So what I did is I created this backdrop layer. So what I did is I took the selection of her head here, and I've just filled it in. You can see this is what it looks like. It's just a filled black shape here. That's all it is. And by having that there, now it looks like this. So we are completely covering up her face because we don't want that original face in there because we've already modified it. We don't want that there. We want to have that breaking apart layer show up instead. So by having that black behind there, now we can see it looks like the pieces are really coming apart there, like they're really falling apart off her face. So that's one thing that you'll have to keep in mind when you're doing this with your own images, is that you have to cover up the face or the object with like a black shape or a backdrop or whatever color you want. And it looks like to me that that's not even lined up correctly. So I could probably just come in here with the arrow keys on the keyboard and there we go, something like that. You get the idea. So